Buenos días, raza. Es jueves. Y amaneció el día bien bonito y yo tomándome un cafecito. Espero que ustedes hayan amanecido con su familia, rodeados de amor y un cafecito bien calentito y tapadito, tapadito. Yo lo pienso tapar con unas galletas. Good morning, everybody. I hope that your day started with a nice cup of coffee and a donut on the side. Mine started with Danish cookies. And I'm going to dip them in my coffee. That's how I want to start my coffee and my day. But everybody was all worried about my video the other day about Donald Trump and his children, and they're like, they're gonna go pick you up for talking about him. And I'm like, last time I saw, we live in a country that, hey, I'm just voicing out my opinion about him. Last time I saw a video about what's going on out there, he's getting worse and worse. I did not know that the reason that he's messing with the divorce laws is because his current wife keeps changing the rules on his ass. Hey, but little Byron is already, they told me his name is Baron. And I'm like, you knew who the heck I was talking about. He's already 18. What is he worried about if Melania's going to change the rules on his ass or not? The boy's already 18 and an adult. He doesn't even have to worry about paying child support anymore. But I think he's worried about his buddy Elon. I think that's why they're messing with the divorce laws. Elon has like 12 kids and they're still little. I'm glad he could have that many. I did my job. I only replaced myself one. That's it. But, hey, if they can have that many children, good for them. I don't know how many. I think Donald Trump had 3 boys and 2 girls, maybe. But all I can say about all that is good for them. Ain't nobody gonna come knocking at my door for what I said. What I said was the truth. He needs to start in his house. And there's plenty of family members of mine that voted for Donald Trump. It just was, I didn't. But, you know, it's on them, whatever he's doing up there in Washington, not on me. All I can say is, you know, if ICE does come to your house, don't be rude. It's not their fault. Answer what they want to know and go about your business. You know, show them the paperwork that you need to show them. Don't be getting rude. If you don't want to open the door, don't open it. You know, it's up to you. But I've been hearing videos. You don't have to open the door. You don't have to sign any papers. Once they take you in, you have to sign papers. But, you know, they're not just going to go and pick you up and take you in. I mean, I remember growing up, being in the fields, and we were in a field of sweet potatoes in Virginia. It was past October, and we were picking sweet potatoes in the fields. The tractor had already passed and turned the dirt, and the sweet potatoes were on top. And I remember that there was a lot of people there, and they all started running And my mom grabbed one of the little boys and put him next to her and told him, just keep looking down and keep doing what I'm doing. And the immigration officers started chasing everybody that was running. And the little boy kept picking potatoes, sweet potatoes from the ground with us and putting them in the bucket just like we were. We didn't move. And the immigration left that day. And we knew that he was illegal, but we didn't care. It was something that my mom did, and it was funny to us because she just grabbed him and put him down on the floor and told him to keep picking the sweet potatoes along with her children. And the little boy followed her lead. And, you know, these people can send ICE agents wherever they want, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to run anywhere. You know, you just have to stand your ground. And our mom showed that little boy that day that he needed to not be afraid just because somebody was dressed in green and running in the fields behind other people that he had to run. You know, I'm sure he probably still remembers to this day. I don't remember what his name was because every year we had different people working for us because our dad was a contractor, a farm worker contractor, and he would contract people and take them from South Texas to Virginia to work. But I do remember that as children of a contract worker, we had to work in the fields also. It wasn't we were the contractor's children and we were privileged. No, we had to work the fields ourselves. And sometimes I hated it. I hated working in the fields. Like my dad, he would play with me because I was lazy. I'll tell anybody I was lazy. Man, my dad would put the damn tractor behind me on low gear. And I would be crying because I would like to pick the little plants and look at the little flowers and the bees and stuff. And they wanted me to hurry up. And I was a kid. I wanted to see the little flowers. I wanted to clean off the pickles it was cucumbers, and I was cleaning them off before I would put them in the bucket because, you know, cucumbers have the little... They're like sticker burrs, but they're not like cactuses. But they have them. So I was like cleaning the cucumbers, and he would put the damn truck, the tractor, with a trailer, nobody driving it, in the row, and he would put it on low gear and put me in front of that tractor to pick the cucumber row that nobody wanted to pick, the one in the middle that the tractor was messing with. And I would have to pick that row, but I would have to keep up ahead of that tractor that was on low gear. And he thought it was the funniest thing to be behind that tractor saying, "Ándale, Heli! Apúrale, Heli! Pronto, Heli!" You know, and it was like, I would be crying. The tractor's gonna catch up to me. The tractor's catching up to me. Pronto, Heli! Apúrale, Heli! Ándale, Heli. And he was like, that tractor's gonna catch up to me. And I remember that he would do that just to have fun. That was his idea of laughing with his kids. He was like, the tractor, I had to stay ahead of that damn tractor. When I was 10 and they put me on top of the trailer to give out the tickets, I was glad that I was promoted. I was promoted from being in front of that tractor because I hated that job. I hated it. But don't worry about ICE. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing you. And enjoy the rest of your day. Disfruten el resto de su día, gentes. La mira va a hacer lo que ellos tienen que hacer como quiera, pero nadie les va a andar tumbando ni una puerta, gentes. Así es de que, pa' adelante, todo pa' adelante.